Hello guys, I know it's a lovely day to be alive today, and today we're going to be looking at how to create a happy new year project using Scratch. Yeah, we thought about the fact that today is the last day of the year, and then we felt like we should create something to entice our scratchers, and then this is why we are doing this today. I know this is going to be an easy road. I want you to just feel what we have for you and then stay back, relax, and enjoy the remaining of the tutorial. All right, now let's check out the project. Now this is how it looks like when you click on flag. It goes like this. Alright, so that is how the project looks like. A big shout out to Coco Melon for the lovely song that we actually extracted. That's audio from Coco Melon, and then you can also use that for your project. Alright, so let's get into it. But before then, I want you to stay back, relax, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share this lovely video with your friends. Alright, to get started with the project, you're going to visit scratch.mit.edu, and it takes you to this environment, and then you have to click on create, to start with this environment. Alright, so after you've done that, you have to give your project a name. As we have rightly done right here, I said the project is Happy New Year, and then we're about to populate our project. So the sprites that we need in this project is just letter sprite, and to do that you're just going to go to choose sprite, and then you are going to select letters and then arrange all the letters accordingly. So we have happy. So yes, I'm going to be a bit fast today because I want to make sure that we cover a lot of ground in little time. Yeah, happy. Unfortunately, there's no way you can actually pick more than one sprite at a time, so we have to carefully arrange it one after the other. So happy new you just have to be fast with it. Happy new, and then the last letter is year. Yes, year. Feel free to forward this video or increase the speed of this video if you feel we are too slow for you. All right, so happy new year. So that's the message that we want to send to our loved ones, just create something for the season. This is the last day of the year, so you have to create something, surprise your family and friends with your lovely skills as a scratcher. And this is why you subscribe for this channel. We want to help you improve on your scratch skills. Yeah. Alright, so the next thing you need to do is to select a lovely backdrop. I'm going to pick the party backdrop because it's a party season, and also it's a season of celebration, and that's why I'm picking the party backdrop. So I'm going to go to party, letter P, party. Yeah. And after that, I'm going to reduce the size of my letters. I want it to be a bit smaller. Okay, and gonna come right here. Just a little bit of editing is all you need to do for now. Yeah, happy. I'm only reducing the happy though. Reduce the size. Just come to the size area of the scratch to reduce the size of each scratch of each sprite. Happy. All right, so we want the happy to stay inside. Yeah, happy. All right, so we have happy, and then we want the new to be big. We want it to remain the same way it is. Okay, so we're gonna leave the new this way, happy new, and then the year comes in here, here, something like that. Exactly. All right, so this is how we want it, but we also need to add some customizing. We need to customize our costumes, so we have to go to each of the letters, go to the costume areas, and then fill the color with paints. All right, you have to select the color of your choice. You understand? So I decided to start with purple, and then go to HA, and then select any color of your choice. Just make sure your project is colorful. Yeah, make sure it is colorful. It's a colorful season, and then you need your project to be colorful also. All right, so we're right here, and then I'm just gonna pick in something because we have the same letter. I'm gonna pick the same color for the same letter. Yeah, that's the way I want it. And for Y, I'm going to change the color also to something really catchy. Yeah, and then for the new year, for the letter, so we're going to reduce the brightness, and then we're just going to select a very catchy color. Yeah, so new will have the same color, and then for the year we want to have different color for the year also. And then so we're going to pick up, yeah, I think this is a bit bright, and then we could select that for the R also. And then for letter E, we can change the color. Happy New Year. All right, so after doing all of this, now the next thing for us to do is to animate our text, and I think that is where the programming or the coding aspect comes in to play. But before then, we need to, I think these balloons are too much. I need to edit this balloon. So I go to the backdrop area where I selected the backdrops, and I go to the backdrops right here, and then you can see I cannot detach any balloon from it. Yeah, the reason is because these balloons have been grouped together. Now the first thing you need to do is to ungroup the balloons. Just ungroup right here, and then you can now start deleting the balloon of your choice. So I just wanted to delete just few of them, not everything, just a few. All right, I think this is okay because I want space for my text, and this is very lovely. All right, so I can move away from this part and then go back to my code area where I have my letters. So after you've done that, the next thing we want to do, like I rightly said, is to animate our text. And then what I want to do is I just want the text to change color, the happy text to change color, and then I want the new to pop up in a way, animate in a way of growing, like it grows smaller and then it comes bigger. And then I want also the to just show us a bit of behavior. Okay, so to do that, to change the text, it's simple. Just come to events. We say when flag is clicked, that's the event that we want to use to start our project. So when flag is clicked, I want my H to change the color. So I'm going to go to looks, and I'm going to say change color effect. That's all we need. And then I could put it inside of forever loop. Now what that means is I want it to keep changing. All right, so let's test that out. So when I click on flag, you can see it's moving so fast. If you feel that's too fast for you, you can actually put a weight in that, and then if it's too bright, you can reduce the effect. And let's check it out right now. So you can see it's going so slow. Maybe we should change that to 10. See what's going on, and then reduce the time, wait time to 0.5, and let's see what's going on right now. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. You understand? It depends on what you want. Okay, you can decide to remove the weight. It depends on you. So as I've done that, I only need to just drag and drop to the others. So now I want you to pay attention to this. When you drag and you're trying to drop inside the A, you make sure that there's a shaking effect before you drop your code. Now when I drag, I hold down my click and I drag, and I make sure there's a shaking effect, then I drop inside. So when you check it right there, you can see now that the code is in the A. So we do the same thing. You hold it down, you drag, you notice the shaking effect, you drop it right there. That is exactly how to copy and paste in Scratch. So you do that for just happy shaking effect, and then you drop, drag again, notice the shaking effect, you drop. Now all the letters for HAPPY already have the code. So when we click on that, you see, you can notice that there's a change in color, there's a slow change in color, and that's how we want it. Okay, so that's for happy. But now what about for new? For new, we just, all I wanted for new is I wanted to grow in size and then come back to the normal size and then keep doing that forever. How do we achieve that? It's easy. We use the size block. All right, so you go to looks and then you say size. So you say when flag is clicked, let me make this code bigger. When flag is clicked, the first thing I want to repeat until, my size is equals to 150. So the first thing I want to do is to make sure that my code grows bigger. That's the first thing. I want my letter to grow bigger. So I'm going to say repeat until my size, the size of the letter. So you go to looks again. Anything that has to do with the display of a sprite, you need to go to looks. So you go to size and say repeat until size is equals to, now how much should I want the size to grow? Maybe let's say 150 for example. I say repeat until size equals to 150. Now what exactly are we doing? What exactly are we repeating? Now we want to repeat increase the size. So to do that, you go to change size by what? Let's try by 5, and then let's notice the movement. Hold on, let's just watch that. So you click on that, you see it grows and then it stops. We click on it again, now it stops growing because we've already given it a condition. We said let the size be equals to 150. All right, so if you feel I'm too fast, you can actually reduce the speed of this video so that you can catch up with what we do, or you can actually press a pause. All right, so that's the first thing that we have achieved, but we're not done yet. So the animation is we want it to grow bigger and then we come back to the normal size. Now to do that, I only need to just duplicate this, and then we say repeat again until size equals to 100. But in this case, we need to reduce the size by -5. So this would increment. You can add a comment to it. Say increase the size until size is 150. All right, and then this one would mean decrease the size until size is 100. All right, so now let's check that out and see the effects. You see it goes back, but now if we want a continuous movement, so we have to put it inside a forever loop or a kind of loop. But I want it to keep doing that because we just want it to keep enticing people. So we're going to put it inside a forever loop. So we're going to do that to say forever loop, and then let's check this out again. So you see, now that's it. Is it too fast? It depends on you. If it is too fast, all you need to do is to come, you bring the weights and then put it in intersection like in between the increment and the decrement, you could just, just put a 0.5 to see what's going on. Then you check out again. You see, all right. If this is okay by you, fine. All right. So that's the first animation. All right. Remember what I said about copy and paste code. Now we want the same effect to happen to new. So just copy, drag, make sure there's a shaking effect, and then you drop. You do the same thing for W. Drag, make sure there's a shaking effect, and then you drop. So you can see now we have this and this for our E and W. So when we click on flag now, you see that they keep growing. But I don't like the fact that they're growing at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I want it to, have a kind of I want it to be orderly. So I'm going to just go to E and say, okay, I want to start with N, and then tell E to just wait a minute, wait a second, and then W to wait 2 seconds. So we can feel the orderliness. Now let's check that out again. So 2, and now let's check that out again. So click on it now, you see, then yeah, exactly. Now there's something missing. Now what is missing is that while we were doing that, our sizes were overlapping. As you can see, they were not going back to the normal size. So the first another thing we need to do right here is to make sure that there's a particular time our animation starts. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to say, okay, let's start with letter N. I hope I'm not too fast, right? So we say when flag is clicked, we want the size of letter N to go back to 100. That's the normal size. And then after going back to 100, and then you can broadcast a message for new. All right, say broadcast a message for new and say, okay, we want to broadcast new. Broadcast a new message, says new. And now we want it to receive new message right here. So this is going to receive when I receive new. When I receive new. Now what we want to do is that, okay, when we receive new, then you can now activate your animation. So this way our N will always go back to 100 before it starts animating. So we can do that for the remaining one also. So we go to E, and then we say, okay, we want to set this back to 100. Set it back to 100. You can even set it to something lower. It depends on you though. And then set it back to 100. And also you're going to receive new, and then we're going to do the same thing for set back to 100. Receive, when I receive new, set that back to 100. Now let's see the effects. All right, so when I click on flag, everything goes back to 100, and then yeah, exactly. So that is it. I feel 150 is too big. I'm sorry, I'm debugging at the same time. Let's change it to 120 each. Yeah, it depends on you. You can decide to pick any size of your choice, but I feel 150 is too big. So let's go back to, now let's check it out again now. All right, good job. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's the feel. I like that. Yeah, jump in accordingly. Exactly what I want. Now the last part, which is the year. Nothing serious. What we want to achieve for the year is we want it to first grow from a tiny letter to a big letter, and then they start changing in size. So we're going to use Y for our experiment, and then we'll just copy and paste for the remaining one. That's all, and then we finish the project. Now we go to where we say when flag is clicked, the first thing we want to do is to hide our Y. So we're going to say, let me make this bigger. So we say when flag is clicked, we're going to hide our Y. So we say looks, and then say hide block letter Y. And then after that, we then set the size to let's say 20, and then we now show. Now this effect will just turn our Y back to something really short, something really smaller, and then from there we can now make it grow. So we use the repeat until block again, repeat until block, and then we say until it is 100. Yeah, so we say until it's on, repeat until size equals to 100. So you're going to scroll down and select the size until size equals to 100. Repeat until size equals to 100. What exactly are we repeating? Just change the size gradually. This time around we want to change it by 2, so we can see the effect. That's exactly what we want. So repeat until it is up to 100, and now let's check that out. Let's see. Exactly, that's the growing effect we want to achieve. Exactly, repeat until, and then after you've done that, we want to change the color just like we did for the first one, but this time around we want it flashy and fast. So we go to looks, and then we say change color effects, and then we put a forever loop after change color effect. We'll put a forever loop like this. We could tell it to wait for a second first, and then put in forever effect, and then we put in we could put 5, and now let's check it out again. Now there's a wait, and then there's a color change. Because it's a new year, it's a glowing new year, we will need that. So now this is exactly what you're going to do for the remaining one. Just copy and paste, drag. Just when you notice a shaking effect, you drop again, you go again for A, you drag. Be careful when you notice a shaking effect, you drop, and then you do it for the last one. And then when you notice a shaking effect, and then you drop. Now all our letters have that, so let's check it out on the big picture. So when I click on flag, you see it grows, and then they start changing color. So it's Happy New Year. This is a very lovely effect. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, lest I forget, so we need to add a music. So I want you to just go and download any music of your choice, but I'm gonna put in the link for the CoComelon songs if you want to download the music. Or you can get any music of your choice and then add it to it. Or you can even select any song. You can select a song from the Scratch platform. We have different sound on the Scratch platform. You can check it out. Just go to loops. We have continuous playing song. Do you understand? Something like that. But I want a song that is related to Happy New Year. That was why I downloaded the CoComelon song. Shout out to CoComelon once again for a lovely job done with the sounds provided. So I'm going to be using that for this project. So what I'm going to do, so if you have any comment regarding downloading your songs, or you need a link to the song, or you need a link to the song, I'm going to drop it in the description below so that you can actually use the sound. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go to delete the old one, so I have the new one. I could delete this one also, so I have the new one. So what I'm going to do adding to my project is just go to the backdrop, click on the backdrop, and I'm just going to go to code area and go to the sound. All right, so the mistake I made right here is to add it to another spot. I'm supposed to add the song. I'm supposed to add the sound to the backdrop area. So I'm going to do that right now. Sorry about that. You can so I'm going to import again to the and click on that. Open. It's going to import to the backdrop, and I'm just going to copy out the part that I want. Yeah. So let's check it out again. Hello to the new one. So that is exactly what we want. I'm just going to copy that part, that section. I'll just click on copy, and and then we have it right here. So you see, so that's what we want. So that's Happy New Year too. So I'm going to go to the code area, and I'm just going to say when flag is clicked, when flag is clicked, when flag is clicked, all I want to do is to play the sound. Just go to sound, say play sound until done. But this time around, I'm going to wait, because I don't just want the song to start playing, you know. I'm going to wait for, let's say, 4 seconds, and then I start playing the song. So I could repeat the song twice by going to repeat, and just repeat it maybe 3 times, and that's all. All right, so now let's check up our project to see what we have done so far. So this is the last part of this of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. So let's check it out for the last time and see. Watch this. I've got an idea. In fact, there's no need for us to wait because of the way we animated it. So let's just start playing, and that's all. All right, let's check it out again for the last time. Alright, that'll be all for today's tutorial. I want you to like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below if you have any questions whatsoever regarding what we have done. Now remember, this can also be applied to any message of your choice. You know, you could decide to say Happy New Month to someone, or you can, you know, send a lovely message to your parents. So this is how to do it. Just try and make sure you animate your letters in a way that looks so fun to you. All right, stay blessed and keep flourishing. Bye for now. And Happy New Year. And Happy New Year. Yeah, exactly. Happy New Year to everyone, to all our subscribers. Happy New Year.